Hello, hello guys. We are sending you warm greetings from Las Vegas to all our lovers of multi-level network marketing.
Absolutely.
And this is MICHAL KARMAZIN here, and I have here really special guest.
Okay, yeah.
His name is BYRON BELKA, and he was born in Hungary, right?
No, I was actually born in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah. I just learned Hungarian. I'm not Hungarian.
Got it.
I speak Hungarian.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me something in Hungarian.
What do you want me to say?
For example, I want to be successful.
Sikeres akarok lenni.
Wow! So big applause for Hungarian language, because you are first American who is able to speak Hungarian.
Yeah, I've lived there for about 3 years.
Who I know.
Yeah, so I lived there for about 3 years. You know, not that we need this, but one of them was for a company. You know, I went and opened up a lot of Central and Eastern Europe for a networking company years ago. So I'm one of those guys that, you know, when I do something, I'm all in. So I picked up my family and we moved over there and we just opened up country after country after country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry for that. Back to the introduction.
Let's do it.
He is 42 years old. He has 4 kids. And also he have been involved in multi-level marketing for last 15 years. He reached the top as a distributor of big international multi-level marketing company just in 2 years, which is really incredible. And when it comes to his current multi-level marketing company, he was also starting as a distributor, and after a short period of time he was such a good networker that he reached the top and bought the whole company. So now he is owner and CEO of the company he was working before
as a distributor for.
As a distributor. So it's really amazing story, and it happened 7 years ago, right? And BYRON, I have some question to you, because you are a very inspirational person for us. Can you tell me why is your drive in multi-level marketing industry?
Why do I love the industry? Oh, so for me, really what motivated me years ago and what motivates me today still is, I think, doesn't matter what country I'm in, what culture, I think certain things we're all the same. And that is, for me, I'm all about freedom. I want freedom, I want options, I want choices. And, you know, I want a better lifestyle for my kids. But, you know, if my child is sick, I want to take him to the best doctor. You know, if my child has a talent, I want him to get the best tutor. And I just think that, you know, obviously, options are the key, and so that's what motivates me. As I go around the globe, and when I see people get freedom, whatever that means for them, some of it's financial, some of it's just believing in themselves and growing personally. But that's what fuels me and fires me up.
Wow, thanks. And what do you have chosen, like field of wellness?
Well, I mean, here's what I've learned is that if you know, from a business standpoint, if we're going to focus on something, I want to focus on something that the largest demographic can possibly be affected. You know, there's a lot of great products in the networking industry, and I love the industry. But some of them, you know, only adults can take. Some of them, you know, kids don't use. Some of them might even be technology, you know. So not that there's anything wrong with that, but if we're going to focus on something, I want the biggest demographic possible. And what I love about what I'm doing with, you know, with health and wellness, is it's cradle to grave. I mean, everybody I talk to, you know, needs nutrition, and we need it every single day.
That's true.
And so I love that, because everybody is in that demographic, everybody around the globe. And one of the things that I've learned about this compared to some other things that I've done, even outside of the industry, is, you know, when people get in a routine, if they're taking their nutritional products and they're doing things, you know, this business is all about recurring revenue, right? And auto ships and residual income. Well, residual income only happens if people reorder. That's when residual income happens. True. So It can happen with subscriptions, you know, but what I found when it comes to something that's a routine that people get in the habit and get used to doing, the cancellation and the attrition is so much lower than if it's something that they're not thinking of, and then they just see their credit card or their bank account, oh, charge me again for that service or whatever. Not that those are bad, but that's why I've chosen that, is because it's the biggest demographic. It's something that becomes a routine. People can feel it, they can notice it, they can see it, and it disappears. You know, and not that there's anything wrong with certain companies, but I don't ever want to sell or promote something that has a lifetime guarantee, because they don't need another one. You know, then that means I got to go sell again. We got to go find new people. Yes. What we want to do is we want to add people to the people we already have, so our business gets bigger and expands, and that's why I love what I'm doing, and I love, you know, the ability to do it internationally in a lot of different markets.
Great, thank you. Okay, you worked as a networker. Now you are CEO and owner of the company. Can you tell us differences, like point of view between being networker, being CEO? What is the main difference?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my initial, you know, goal to be an owner. I'm a distributor in my heart. You know, I love motivating and being with people.
So why you bought it?
Well, the reason I did is because we were in a position where I loved what the company was doing. I loved the products, and the company was about to disappear. They were about to shut down.
Really?
Yeah, they mismanaged the funds. They weren't able to really keep it going. And I remember where I was. I was in Budapest, Hungary, and I was at the Marriott Hotel, walking on the treadmill. I was going to do a meeting that night with 800 people at the meeting.
Wow.
When I got the news that the company was probably going to shut down. And I mean,
so what was the reason? It was the bad management, or
just the funds. It's not that the product was bad. It's just a lot of times, you know, when people get into this industry and they've never done it before, it's a totally different animal. You know, it's a totally different thing. Yeah. And so, you know, I remember that night going to my leaders and, you know, being honest with them and saying, here's what I'm hearing, you know, but I've never seen anything this good. This is what I've been waiting for, and I don't know how. I mean, I had money, but I didn't have. I mean, it's not. It doesn't take $1 million or $2 or $3 million to do a networking company right. You need millions and millions.
It's a lot more.
Yeah, if you want to do it right, anybody that tells me, "Hey, we got $3 million, $4 million, we're going to start an MLM company," I'm like, no way, no way, no way. And so, I told my team. I remember telling them, "Hey, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm going to go find the money, and we're going to save this thing." And so I did it basically out of necessity to help my team. There were a lot of people that trusted me. I went to them and told them, you know, this was it.
It must have been a really tough decision.
It was tough. It was tough. And, you know, a lot of times, once again, we don't know how we're going to do it. But once we make a decision to do it, we figure it out along the way. And
you made it.
And we made it.
Wow.
And we made it.
Wow. Okay, everybody wants to be successful, right? Can you share with us some, maybe we can say, top 3 tips how to be successful? What is the most important thing?
Well, I think the most successful people that I see all around the world, and I've done business in 50 different countries where I've built teams and organizations, and, you know, done some pretty significant sales volumes. And people say, do I need to be a salesperson, or do I need to do this? And the 2 qualities that I see in everybody that really sees success is they have that desire. Because you and I, we can't train desire, right?
Yeah.
We can teach people, but we can't give them that. We can't give them that fire.
Yeah.
So they have to have that desire, and they have to be teachable. And I remember my mentor, who was a multi-millionaire when I started. You know, one of the things that he told me, because I used to have all these good ideas. Hey, what if we did this? Or what if we did that? And he would always tell me, he said, Byron, make your first $1 million my way. He said, make your first $1 million my way. After you've made $1 million, if you want to change the system, change it. He's like, but I make millions of dollars, and this is the way I do it. So I know it works. And so what you need to do is you need to be teachable. You need to come in, learn from those people that are seeing success or have done it before, because success leaves clues. So follow a system. And it has to be a system because that's what duplicates. And the question isn't, does it work? The question always is, does it duplicate? Right? If it doesn't duplicate, we shouldn't do it. So does it duplicate? So first thing you got to do is you got to find someone who knows and find a system, and you follow that system. And it's not even about having the most amazing, best system ever. It's just having one and everybody doing the same thing, right? And then that's one of the main keys. And the second thing is just consistency. You have to be consistent. I mean, and you're not going to get any type of momentum and real growth if you can't be consistent. Sometimes people will tell me, you know, Byron, I don't want to join because I can't give it 100%, you know, and I only want to do it if I can get it 100%. Well, we can't give anything 100% all the time. I mean, I can't be a dad 100% of the time focused on my kids because I got to provide for them, right? But what I can do, and here's what I tell people, is you give 100% to whatever you're doing. So when you're working, if you say I'm doing 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week, you do it. But when you're doing it, you do it. And then when I'm home with the kids, I'm a dad 100%. Wow. So even though we can't give everything 100%, when we're focused on it, we can give it that 100% focus. So you just got to be consistent. And even if it's, hey, 5-10 hours a week and you're consistent, I mean, it will grow.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What is your motivation, like personal motivation? What drives you that you are still like working so hard?
Well, you got to have a cause. You got to have a purpose, you know, and I think that gets bigger. You know, it started out with everybody has their why, and it usually starts close to home. It comes to your personal situation, like I said, freedom, your family. You know, my family, my kids are my why. But the thing is as you start to see more success, I think your why gets bigger. And now it's not just, hey, it's changed my family's life, but I got all these people that I care about now, you know, and I want to change their lives. And I want something that's big enough that can impact the globe. You know, if I feel like, and I think that's the team that I've surrounded myself with, is people who get up in the morning and come to work not to get a paycheck, because they feel like they're part of something bigger than them, that really can change things and change the world, and you impact people's lives. And so I have to be part of something that I really think can and feel can change the world. And that's what motivates me. Not that my why isn't still my children, that's my family, that's the number one why. But I think the more success we see, I mean, our why can kind of expand and get bigger. And it's not just my family now. I mean, let's bless the globe, you know, especially if you see that it works.
Okay, but I know that you are operating in 40 countries around the globe, right? Yeah. Is it correct?
It's correct.
You have bunch of good leaders. That's there is no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. Why you are still present in these meetings? Because we met in Prague, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a convention of your company, and you had there such amazing leaders, and you were there also. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I try to show up to the bigger events, and obviously I want the leaders to grow and thrive. But most of the leaders were my downline. I mean, this is all my, you know, I'm on the corporate side now, but these are my people, you know. And since I'm kind of still a distributor in my heart, it's where I feel comfortable. It's what I love doing. And, you know, I've learned a long time ago, I heard a saying that I love, and it's, you can pretend like you care, but you can't pretend to show up.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
You either show up or you don't.
And I remember it was the day your son has celebration, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, part of the sacrifice is, you know, especially when you have 4 children, you know, when you're on the road, you're probably going to miss something, and unfortunately that happens sometimes. But my goal is, you know, I'm out doing the things so they can do their things that they're doing right now. And I try to give them a lot of attention when I'm home. But if anything, as the company gets bigger, I'll probably get more and more people to help me manage the corporate stuff, so I can do more of what I love to do and teach and train and motivate and be with distributors, and because that's what I love.
That's amazing.
I love that. I love that better than, you know, logistics for product around the globe and worrying about commissions in 40 different countries, and, you know, which we do, but you know, I love being in the field.
Byron, thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank you very much for all your info, like know-how, tips, and everything. Because absolutely. I know your time is very, very, very expensive, and you share it with us.
Absolutely.
So thank
now,
you very much.
Anything, if I can say anything to help, I mean, once again, this industry has changed my life, and I'm nothing special. So I know that these are proven principles and stuff that can help anybody change their lives if they implement them. So always happy to help.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to reach out Byron, somewhere here around video is his personal Facebook link, so you can connect with him. There is no problem. I hope you enjoyed our short interview. Take advantage of all these experiences, and see ya next time.
Take care. All right, see you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Wish you all the success. Take care.